Okay, so you and your brother drop a video, and that video actually kind of takes off. It gets like a couple 100,000 views.
Yep, hell yeah.
Okay, and that doesn't happen very often. Usually, a lot of rappers when they're starting off, it takes them a couple years to even get 10,000 views.
For sure.
Okay, so how do you think that video really took off?
Shit, wasn't nobody out west rapping. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Lil Fo, he shit went into the dark and shit. Before Lil Fo, it wasn't even really like no youngers and shit, but you had back then like Do and Die, all that shit, Twisting and shit. But besides that, it wasn't like it ain't too many people you can count on your hands and be like, oh, who coming from out west? You can count on your hand 100 times with out south. Who coming from out south? How many rappers that came from out south and who was blowing up and coming up? But it wasn't too many on the west side. So after Lil Fo, I think we pulled all the attention to us. We was young. Videos was like shit they never even seen before. Like, I bet they making real movies. They young doing this. So we rapping, we could literally rap our ass off. So it was like, we definitely grabbed all the attention from out west and shit like that. So,
well, then you guys dropped Forever Nitty.
Yep.
And that's the song that really blew up.
Yep, hell yeah.
I mean, at the time that you and your brother put it together, did you know this was going to be the song, or was it just, okay, this is just a bunch of songs and we're just knocking them out?
Nah, I ain't know that, Vlad. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know that shit, man. I was in the car listening to the radio. I heard Young Jock Coffee Shop come on. And shit, I'm like, damn, this beat hard as hell. Let me use this beat. And I told Sean when we get back home, we gonna write to it. And shit, we got back home, we wrote to that shit. We went to the studio, laid it down. We didn't know it was gonna be like that, though. Shit, we shot the video and we did a Triller on Facebook, Did a Triller, I put it on Facebook, that motherfucker went up. I'm like, man, I gotta shoot a video to this shit, I got to. We shot a video to that shit landed me right here in Vlad, motherfucking office, man.
Well, yeah, the video got 1 million views in like a month.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, you and your brother are like 16, 17?
Yep, around that time, hell yeah.
Okay. You watch the video, there's guns all over the video.
Props.
Prop guns. Why'd you decide to go that route as teenagers?
Teenage shit, it was just, shit. It was just the scene around us, Shit, we from the hood, it ain't like it's not, But shit, it's like we from the hood, it's just the scenery around us. It wasn't like nothing like, oh yeah, y'all gonna do this. Like nobody forcing us, like put some, some of y'all hands and wave them around and just say y'all this and that. Like, yeah, no, it's just like, we wanted to rap. So what else other way it was like, like to show the scene like, I bet we coming in the game and we not, we showed them right there, then we instantly switched it up. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gotta, like, for the youngest, they ain't gotta do that shit all day, like, up in guns and all that shit. That shit really don't mean nothing no more, like, Everybody got that shit.
It'll get a lot of attention, but sometimes it'll attract the wrong kind of attention.
For sure. Yeah, hell yeah, it will.
Okay, but that song blows up, and you guys are still in high school.
Yep.
So you go to class, and what's the reaction from the kids in the school?
My teacher had to sit me and Sean out the room. Like, they had to sit me and Sean out the room because I was in a different grade from him. But I told you we dropped a Triller and shit, and that shit was going viral. Like, they asking us, drop this. We went to school one day, everybody was just shit, crowding us, overcrowding us, on us the whole day. They're like, what the hell y'all, like, what y'all doing? What's going on? And shit, I just let them know, like, shit, we trying to make music, shit. I guess they like us, shit. They coming fans of this shit. She had to move us outside of the room and shit like that. And then after that, she told my mama, like, we came back to school, the attention was just getting more and more on us. So she was like, y'all might as well don't even just come back, like, for real.
Okay. Did you guys get GEDs at one point?
No, hell no, I ain't get no GED, Vlad. I made it, Vlad. I had signed a deal and shit. I wasn't even thinking about school. My mama was trying to get us to homeschool. That's what she was trying to get us to do. And shit, motherfucker started on that shit for a little couple months and shit like that. And after that, we was like, all right, cool. I want to live my life, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. Let me live a little bit.
Okay, so that song comes out, Forever Nitty. It starts to blow up. But then after that, Sean ends up getting locked up.
Yeah, man.
Okay. What was he locked up for?
Some little unknown shit, unknown charges, man. I mean, well, shit. If they want to know, they could search this shit up. This shit public record. But I'm saying like, it wasn't too much. But bro ended up getting up out that shit. Like once again, he beat that shit. So everything they be trying to lock bro up with, it don't come out to be nothing true. It be false.
Okay. So while Shutter's locked up, he writes the song Okay.
Okay, yup.
And then when he gets out, you guys record it.
Record that shit like the next day.
And that song does well.
Hell yeah, that shit. We knew that one was going up.
Right. So now you got a couple of songs under your belt.
Yeah.
Then you guys released Yeah. So you guys are kind of consistently putting out songs that are reacting in Chicago.
Yeah.
Now, did you guys know King Von around this time?
Yeah. I knew King Von. I met King Von downtown at the Gucci store.
Okay. Because he wanted to sign you around this time?
Yeah, hell yeah. He was definitely, he was just coming up and he was looking into like all the artists. Like, he was on he was trying to get onto his CEO-ship. Dirk probably was referring him, letting him know like, yeah, this is what you need to do. You need to try to sign shorties and grab this and that, because that's what everybody do, But he was definitely was looking into us and shit like that, was trying to see like who we was signed with, who we was with and shit like that. But we was already, tooken up under and shit like that. Like we was already grabbed and shit like that. But bro was definitely scouting and shit, looking for artists and shit to find and shit like that. Cause shit, it'd be weird if you just look in your hood, just straight looking for artists. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna sign everybody in my hood, but that ain't gonna always work out shit, But you gotta put in that work. So he was trying to, get it like, damn, let me see who I could go grab. DCG was one of the hardest people around that time, Shit, if anybody was hot around that time, he probably was gonna scout for him or look for him and shit.
I mean, did you guys form a relationship with him at all, or was it just like kind of in passing?
We was cool. We was cordial. Like if I see bro, he know who he is. Like you feel me? Like what's up? How y'all feeling? Y'all cool? Like, yeah, we cool. Like only seen bro once. You feel me? Only get to see bro once, but like talk to bro through. You feel me? Via DM and shit like that before. But I never seen bro that many times. Only seen bro once. So yeah, the energy it was on a 1,000 literally. I seen bro, it was on 1,000 because that was my first time seeing bro and shit. And like, yeah, bro was cool. He ain't really do too much. You feel me? Like he got in and got out.
Well, yeah, I mean, at that time, King Von, I can clearly say was like the hottest new gangster rapper. Period.
Yeah, he definitely was. He was for sure, 100%.
Yeah, no, he was on fire at that time, and then he was affiliated with Lil Durk, so like the whole thing was really growing.
Yeah.
And then the situation happened in Atlanta with Quando Rondo and Lil Tim.
Yeah.
And I interviewed Lil Tim about the situation. I mean, from your point of view, you weren't close to Von, but you had some affiliation with it. When you look at that situation, what did you think?
Man, Vlad, on some 1,000 shit, Vlad, I ain't gonna lie. In Chicago, we got a saying that if you don't got nothing to do with that shit, we don't even talk about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even from their side, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't really speak on nothing they got going on, or shit, who was in the wrong or none of that shit, cause that ain't my business. I stay in my place, but that shit on both ends, man. I hope them boys can, make something good about that shit, man. Free both parties, man. On God.
It's a good answer, man. I gotta say, this is one of the best answers I've actually heard a rapper say when it comes to this topic.
Yeah, for sure, because that shit ain't my business. That ain't my place, man. I fuck with them, though. Okay.
Now, at one point, this is like 2021, you guys are filming a music video and a police chase happened during the actual filming?
Yeah, man. Police don't like us being young and turnt, man. They got us fucked up, fuck.
Okay. I mean, did that actually affect the final video? Did you guys actually able to actually finish it?
Ain't nobody get locked up on no shit like that. That shit was all good. We just was shooting a video and shit and the shit was just going like, it was like getting to a point where a lot of people was just pulling up and shit like that. We kept switching locations, going to this store and shit like that, cause we just shooting around the hood and we was filming a documentary. But shit, they ain't like that shit, and they was trying to catch somebody under the act. Ain't nobody really get caught and no shit like that. They just was chasing people and shit like that.